Welcome to the Speak Your Piece podcast. My name is Ian McNaughton, the official goal horn operator at Little Caesars Arena, believe it or not. That's me. I'm the guy. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Of course, joining us this evening, obviously, is Scott Konkin, SYP creator. Scott, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm actually really excited. This is going to be a good pod. Got the OG squad back on. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Also joining us is resident Canucks fan and SYP creator, Ravisher Dhalilwal. Rav, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Canucks came off a big win yesterday. I'm hyped, dude.
Big dogs.
Shout out Thatcher Demko.
Shout out Hockey God too, dude. He did that. Okay,
quite a shot, man.
Compared that was the exact same motion Burrows did in Game 7, dude, against the Hawks. And Burrows was coaching that night, yesterday, so it worked out.
So Burrows kind of had to see that coming. Like Burrows probably said in the scouting report, "Look out for this Gaudette guy. He's got a wicked slapper."
Yeah, and have you seen the video of him at the wedding? Oh my God, you guys haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that video, no.
No, I'll send it after. He's at his wedding earlier last year, and he's giving his girl a lap dance or something, and he just kicks her in the face. It went hella viral, like on Reddit as well. It's just like some random guy, and everyone's just like, "Oh, that's like a hockey player. That's like one of the best college players the past decade. Like he's a good player." That's Adam
Gaudette, Twitch streamer. Adam Gaudette. We're recording this Tuesday night. It'll come out on Wednesday. Is there anything you got? I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Speaking of Twitch streamer, this one Twitch streamer didn't have a good time today. That one Twitch streamer, the basketball Twitch streamer.
You wanted to do a hockey podcast, and then
sorry. Okay, I don't know. Okay,
no, but the Myers-Leonard thing is it's not great, obviously. But if you've watched that video, you definitely saw him take a deep breath, like think about it for like an extra second or two, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this."
I just don't get why you would say. I didn't know he had that in his vocabulary.
I think, I don't know. I feel
let me play. We can play bingo with his like apology bingo. Like, have you seen that? It's like apology bingo. It's like the words they'll say. Like, I didn't know what that means. I'll be better soon. And like, I think they got bingo for Myers-Leonard.
I don't think those apologies are hard to make. I think those apologies are pretty easy. Like those like press conference, like the Tiger Woods press conference. I think that's like oh man, I fucked up. This is a mistake. I got to be better. Not trying to single out Tiger Woods specifically, and obviously now it's not a great time with his current situation.
Dude, I put in Myers-Leonard Twitter. I don't know if I'd do that. This website has no remorse. Okay, let's go back to hockey.
Let's talk about hockey. What do you think we should talk about first?
Yeah, anything.
I think the Minnesota Wild on a heater should be first because they've been sick.
Got the Superello jersey over there.
Yeah, peep Rav screen for you YouTube fans. And that Kaprizov kid, holy shit!
I knew coming into this season if he was going to come in this season or he's going to take another year in the KHL. Like if he was, whenever he came in, it was going to be good, and he's been like as well as expected to be. Like he's ridiculous. I knew the stuff the guy does. He's so good at controlling the puck. Like he's like Forsberg mini out there right now. He essentially that's his ceiling essentially, dude. Like
that's I like that. But here's the thing with Kaprizov is that he doesn't look like he's that good of a skater. And I said, I've talked about this before. He doesn't look like he's not a smooth skater. He's not like a Theodore, not like Quinn Hughes, not that super smooth. But man, can he get around the ice? And some of the footwork he does is actually insane. So props to Kaprizov for like lifting that team to like a playoff spot. Really.
Yeah.
So I was having this conversation with my dad earlier today. It's kind of like a half serious hot take, but is this not the peak of the Minnesota Wild franchise right now?
I mean,
this is the peak of Minnesota. They have a young star player.
Last time they had like a star player as good as Kaprizov was probably Gaborik.
Gaborik. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Gaborik's a really good hockey player. I think that's I would say Gaborik was probably like their best player in the history, or like Nicholas Backstrom's a good goalie too, but I would say, him.
I even when they signed Parise and Suter to those massive contracts. Please remember that it was 11 years or something.
They're still going for another 4 or 5 years. That's gonna be rough. Maybe not Suter because Suter can always be shut down, but I don't know about that Parise one, dude. That one's a rough one.
That was questionable for sure.
Even the Jared Spurgeon one right now, they have a few rough contracts, but once they're out of that like hellhole, they're on the way. And
but again, those players aren't that bad. They're still solid players, and Spurgeon's a captain now. Spurgeon's, I think, very underrated in this league.
Yeah, he just has. I know points. I've always known him to be like offensive. I don't think he has many points. He only has like 5 or 6. He only has 4 points actually. But
former Spokane Chief Jared Spurgeon won the 2008 Memorial Cup.
Someone is sorry. What are you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say this is the peak of the Wild. The Wild have never been any. I thought of any higher than they are right now, and I was thinking about it. But if you're the Wild, do you maybe like put your balls on the table, swing for the fences, and trade for Jack Eichel?
Okay, that's that. What do you trade? But first of all, speaking of Minnesota, I can't believe like a year ago, we like Canucks fans like, oh, do Besser for Dumba. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dumba's a really good defenseman, dude. Brock Besser is top 5 in scoring. Okay, like it is like levels. Yeah. Another
untradeable, but
Besser is untradeable now, I think. Well, their goalie, it's just kind of I think they also kind of had like a Chicago thing where like with Lankinen, like Kakkonen's been like really Kakkonen. I don't even know how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Kakkonen. Yeah, you got it.
It's like Kakkonen.
Yeah, but like Capo, right? Like he's been so good this season. I think he has like. Let me pull up his stats. Let me pull it up.
He got his first career shutout on Monday
last night.
Vegas.
Yeah. Damn, he's a 9.24, 2.13, and then Cam Talbot's not even that. Like he's always been a good goalie. Like, he's still 9.06, 2.88. That's like reasonable for a backup. Like it's been working better than I expected, and also, damn, shout out to Marcus Foligno, dude. The guy's dropping gloves and has 15 points in 21 games, dude. Holy, plus 11.
What's Kevin Fiala at? He's been very good too on that team.
Yeah, he has more penalty missed than Foligno does. He has 31, and Foligno has 29. He has 11 and 20, but he has eight of those are goals. And I mean, he's gonna turn it on. That guy's a stud. He was their star player last year. He's
for sure.
So that's why I'm just saying, if you're the Wild, you trade for Eichel, you swing for the fences.
But who do you give up?
So you give up Dumba. You give, because Buffalo's going to want a D-man. Yeah. Probably Rask, I'm guessing. You trade Rask.
Yeah, especially right now when his trade value is as high as it is because he's playing with Kaprizov and Zook.
You trade Rask. Probably, I don't know.
First-round pick.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 2 first-round picks, but I was trying to think of like another active player I would trade.
I think you got to give up a prospect. I think if the Sabres or if the Wild want to get Eichel, I think they have to give up Eriksson Ek. I think they're going to have to.
I was going to say even Kalen
Addison. Like I feel like, dude, I think you got to give up a lot for Eichel. I think even more than like you might have to throw Rossi in there type stuff. Rossi.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
So let's Dumba. Rossi, Rask, 2 first-round picks.
How am I? I'm not even gonna lie. You're gonna say what? I was gonna say 3. This guy's like, it's Jack Eichel. You gotta put.
But again, you're getting so if you're Buffalo, you get Marco Rossi. You get 2 roster players. You get a very good first-round pick, a top 10 pick, and then you're getting another first-round pick there. That to me is enough. You don't need to give up more than 1 first-round pick.
Yeah, it's just I think it's the fact that. It is Jack Eichel, and I don't know if a team like that wants to give it up. Like they always say, they're close to being in a playoff spot. They really aren't, but I don't know. That could also bring the draft value, trade value down, just because he hasn't been in the playoffs. We haven't seen what he can do.
Here's the thing: nothing's going to happen this season. If the deal happens, it's going to be the offseason. I just figured if the Wild want to carry this franchise momentum along, make it something, go and get Jack Eichel.
Yeah, go get a big splash. Yeah, absolutely.
I think the Wild should make the playoffs, though.
Oh, in that division?
Yeah.
They're fine. That's, by the way, I was just looking at their draft history just because I was confused if I was thinking of Marco Rossi or Nico Sturman, then I realized they both played for this team.
They both played for the Ottawa 67s, didn't they?
I think they did. Rossi
and Jack Quinn were back.
That's what it was. That's what it was. But Yeah, I was just looking at their 05 and NHL draft pick. It was a Crosby, Ryan, which is fine, Jack Johnson, which was good for a good amount of time, and then it was Benoit Pouliot at 4th. And number 5 was a rough one because number 5 is literally Carey Price. So
wow.
And then it went kind of downhill from there. It was like Brule, Skilly, Setaguchi, Lee, and then.
Hey, I was big on Devin Setaguchi. I still think you might have.
Remember when what's his name? Joe Thornton gave Jonathan Chichu 56 goals.
Yeah, I remember that.
Handed him on a silver platter. It was just put your stick over the net and you get a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
So the Wild are on a heater. They're looking really sharp. Should we talk about the Tom Wilson hit?
Yeah.
Should we discuss Tom Wilson?
Yeah.
So Tom Wilson got suspended 7 games for hitting Brandon Carlo behind, I think it was the Bruins net.
Yeah, it was like he was going in for like one of them hits like into the shoulder, and he just fully caught his head.
So there's a debate about was it a clean hit? Should he have got 7 games? Is it because of Wilson's character or his history that he's getting all this sort of stuff?
I think let me see his contract. I think he got fined something like, I don't know, I think it was like $200K. Let me pull it. $311K is what he got.
Like, to be honest, like, it's because it's Tom Wilson, like, 7 games is valid. If it was any other player with whatever history, that only warranted a 2-game suspension. It was a dirty hit without a doubt. There's no doubt about that. His hands came through his head.
Yeah, that's a fully dirty hit.
There's no question about that. And the fact that it's Tom Wilson, clearly hasn't learned his lesson. 7 games is valid. Very valid.
If you it kind of looked like on like the close-up slow-mo, he got the shoulder first and then he got the head.
Yeah.
But it definitely looked like he targeted him. He went after. He could have slowed down. That's what I'm saying with Tom.
It wasn't the fact that he hit shoulder first. It was the fact that he drove through his head. That's the part.
Yeah.
And into the boards. That's the part that warranted that extra bit of suspension.
Yeah.
If you let up a bit, then it might have just been a fine. But
I think this the suspension is definitely just because of his past. He hasn't gotten suspended in like nearly 3 years, but like it's just because he's never changed, I guess, kind of thing. That thing. I'm kind of a Wilson hater too. So like that's coming from me. Like I mean, I just hate him because of that Sundqvist hit. That pisses me off. That put him out for a while.
Yeah, and I was kind of the thing with the Carlo incident that Carlo hit as well, because I think Carlo had to go to the hospital and he had to go to the hospital. Like he wasn't able to return and all that sort of stuff. So I still don't know if he's returned for the Bruins yet or not. But
I mean, as a Tom Wilson hater, like he's having a freaking really good season. Like he has 17 and 21, and 7 of them are goals. Like he's making a good amount of money. He's making 5.2, and he's essentially a grinder. Yeah. Like the guy's
he's a effective player, and he plays with like high level players. Like he plays with Kuznetsov, plays with Ovechkin, plays with Oshie. Like these are good, like very good players and guys that will feed on the puck. And he gets he's a dumb player in the fact that he takes stupid hits, but he's also a smart player. He knows where to go on the ice. He knows how to get points essentially. Yeah. And he's just an effective player. So good for Wilson. Like bad hit, but he's a good player. And he's a bad
hit. Yeah. I feel like with this $5.2 million contract, this $300K, it won't hurt him much. And that's 5.2 for the next 5 years. So
honestly, Rob, like any fine for any NHL it's like okay, cool. Here, take the money.
It's not even a fine. I think technically, in the name of it, I think he's forfeiting that money. But I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, doesn't the NHL take that money or I think they used to donate it to charity?
My favorite thing was the Ovechkin's 5K that he well spent on Frederick there.
Yeah, well, I think Ovi has just been pissed with everything this season. Like, I think he
wasn't happy about the suspension either, was he? He was
no, and I don't think he's happy with the rules. And I don't know. He just seems upset about everything right now. I mean,
I remember in the first few weeks of the season, there's the 4 Russians on the team: Orlov, Kuznetsov, Samsonov, and Ovechkin. They all were hanging in their hotel room.
Yeah.
And they got like I think one of them got COVID and the others had to like quarantine for.
I don't think it was even that. I think it was just the fact that they were hanging out and they weren't allowed to. I think that.
Yeah, and I mean I think he technically got suspended a game or two, but because I think he missed 4 because he was in protocol because that's how the NHL rule. That's how the NHL's rules are, and. Sucks to suck. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. When you shouldn't be hanging out with your friends during a pandemic, okay? Even those that are close.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, where are they? They're 2 points back at first, and they have a game.
The Caps are fine. Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. They're
even
still
without Wilson. Wilson's really good. He's not going to make a difference to their playoff thing for 7 games. Like that's not make a difference. I think but also speaking of Ovechkin on Frederick he had that coming, right? Like is that fair to say? Like Frederick had that coming. Going after Ovechkin all night. Like you're a rookie kid. You can't be going after the guys yet. You gotta wait. You gotta chill out.
You're asking for trouble when you do that, especially with a guy like Ovechkin that has so much respect in the league. Like, sure, finish your check, do your job as a player. Your job is to finish your check.
Yeah, and he puts in a lot of hits. He's a big hitter, dude, and he just I don't know. He had that coming. I don't think Ovechkin cares at all. And Frederick's past that Boston team is really still pissing me off to this day, isn't it? So Marchand and all them boys on there.
Well, hey, Rob, I had them not even in the playoffs, and the fact that they're doing as well as they are, it pisses me off too. I'm not a Bruins fan.
I love Pasta though. Everyone's gotta love some Pasternak though. That guy's a stud.
I also like Bergeron too because he's actually filthy.
Yeah.
Were they still giving out over odds on fucking Pasta scoring in a game?
Oh yeah, I was at Scotty the other day. I was texting Ian. I'm like, for some reason Pasternak to score is only plus 105. So I was gonna put every penny in my account on it, and I did, and it hit instantly because it's literally David Pasternak. Like plus 105 is isn't he just the main player to score in any hockey game?
Isn't he a top 5 goal scorer in the league? And it's we'll give you plus odds to if he scores in a game, and it's why? That's stupid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's I think definitely going to get changed once he starts heating it up.
Anyone with half a brain will make money on that one.
Yeah, dude. He has how many goals? He has 11 goals in 16 games. Dude, this guy's going to score. Holy.
By the way, speaking of the Mass Mutual East Division, shout out to my New York Islanders, who are first in that division, who I didn't say were going to finish first. I just said they were going to be the team to come out of the Mass Mutual East.
Hey, what did you think of the Sabres? What was your prediction on them?
We actually were there is something with the Sabres, but neither Scott or I had them in the playoffs. But there's something here, between.
Well, you can't ever count out a literal league MVP in Hall and then Jack Eichel. You can never count that out, but
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, I think both of us were expecting more from Jeff Skinner.
Oh, the fact that
to be fair,
$9 million a year.
Oh, I've said this on Twitter multiple times. This guy has dirt on that team. There's no question. There's no question. I don't know what he has, but there's no question that he does, dude. What the hell? How he's got 40 goals and 15 assists, dude. I know it's the thing where it's a small market and you want guys to stay, you kind of have to do that. But come on, right? Come on. I know he had 40 goals, but he hadn't scored that many since he was back in Carolina when he first got good.
Jeff Skinner, not great.
But to be fair, Ralph Kruger doesn't play him correctly. What are you going to do on the fourth line getting 10 minutes a game? Sorry. He averages 13 minutes a game. I don't know what they expect, dude. What
should happen is Skinner should play with Eichel. But the fact is that Hall's there, and Hall's a better winger than Skinner is, so Hall's going to automatically play with Eichel.
Yeah, and
Hall's on the right side,
you could have Tobias Reeder. You could play him on the left or right. He's been decent so far. I think actually has he? He can score.
Here's the thing: they actually have decent pieces in Buffalo.
I think they have Stahl too. Yeah, they
have Stahl, Olofsson. Skinner's not bad when he's in,
Rasmus.
Well.
He's been awful this season, analytically, but the guy's Rasmus Dahlin. He's going to be fine eventually. That minus 21 isn't going to be that the whole year. There's no way. But
it shouldn't be. But
I feel you could run for a bit. At this point, it's it's like the Canucks fans are like, might as well just start like just put in Baertschi, like just try it. It's like it's like the Canucks thing. It's just like Eichel, might as well try Eichel, Skinner, and then what is it? Olofsson, right? Olofsson right wing, and then you could try Reinhart, Hall, and then whoever like Lazar, Stahl. I don't know.
Stahl in the middle.
Ryder, even hell at this point, just throw Cousins or Middlestat up there, dude. Just like it doesn't matter. Just get the guys sometime. And I don't know, dude. Like they have some rough contracts. They have a Pozo. Oh, dude.
And Jeff Blashill just turned off this podcast because you mentioned playing young guys. So I don't care.
Scott, I follow. It's because I follow Detroit. I followed the Red Wings on Twitter for like the longest time, and I always just see like the random moves they'll make. Like remember when Giovanni Smith got a Gordie Howe hat trick and he gets sent to the minors.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We should. So here's the thing. You mentioned the Canucks, Rav. So I feel like since you are the resident Canucks fan at SYP, we should discuss Jim Benning's press conference on Friday.
I mean, I don't even do you have a list of what he said kind of thing?
The big highlights for me was that we plan to play in the Pacific, and North Division has not been easy on us.
He's right about that. We've played 29 games. There's teams that barely played 20 yet. Like the Sabres have played. They just recently started playing. I think their 22nd game.
Yeah.
The other thing about Benning, I think he said, was that just give us 2 more years. Give me 2 more years, and this team will be good again. So give me 9 years. Give me 9 years as a GM, and I will turn the situation in Vancouver around. And we're going to reach Tanner Pearson is an integral part of the team. Jake Virtanen.
No, Brandon Sutter.
Brandon Sutter.
$5 million, dude. What is this? Please be up at the end of the season. Please be up. Tyler Mott is a big part, dude. He's our best. He's our best, like bottom 4.
Tyler Boss, dude. He's fucking sick.
He is Tyler Boss, low key, dude. That guy's a stud.
He actually is. The thing, like the biggest takeaway for me from that whole press conference, obviously people know I'm a Ducks fan, but like I also do like kind of support the Canucks.
Yeah, you got it.
Right. So that interview didn't give me a single ounce of confidence. I'm like, okay, this guy is just like grasping at something. He's making excuses. He's not owning up to it. Like it is on him. Yeah. He lost 5 quality pieces from that team. He could have easily kept at least 2 of them.
I'm perfectly fine. I was always fine with Markstrom leaving just because we always had Demko, and then we could. DiPietro, even him is decent, but what I never like the Tanev thing, like that was a rough one. But maybe it's just because he's been here for a while. He's still going to be a shutdown defenseman. He is for Calgary right now, but I mean, obviously the big one was Toffoli and like keeping for 10. And I hate that he said he didn't have enough time or like time came up on him. Like you gotta like you gotta like put in more effort.
Okay, the flat cap did play a role, but you just signed this guy. You've poorly mismanaged your bottom 6 forwards are like.
We had at one point the other night we had a 4th line that made $10 million.
Yeah, like there you go. That's just to me that's ridiculous. Like,
yeah, that's stupid. I can't believe that. I mean, I just don't get how we're gonna be able to have the money to sign both Pettersson and Hughes. Like that's. I mean, Edler's off the books, Ben's off the books, and then like Sutter and Pearson.
I see some buyouts coming. I see 1 or 2 buyouts that are going to be like plus, like $4 million plus.
I mean, we could just promise to them, like, please just stay for a bit, like with this crappy money. Ericsson's contract's up next year. We'll give you more. But like, I don't know, dude. At this point, I feel like he might even try that. Like, I don't know.
He might beg, is what you're saying. Like,
yeah, dude.
He might be begging, like, come on, please. Like, I mean, Rav, have you seen Moneyball with Brad Pitt when Brad Pitt's the Oakland A's GM, where Jonah Hill has to talk to the owner and Jonah Hill's just like, please, can we do this deal?
I haven't seen that one before.
That's a good one. I highly recommend it.
Great movie.
Great movie. I don't know. I get where he's coming from. He's not in an easy situation. And I'm not, and I am defending Benning a little bit, but I mean, he kind of did it to himself.
I feel like the thing that with Benning is like the reason the Canucks fans aren't as bad on him as we were with Gillis is because at least his drafting's been okay. Like he found Gaudette in the 5th round. He found Pedersen. He found Hughes. Like the one thing I don't know if we count maybe his first year when he picked for Tannen, but like after that, he's been fine with the drafting, even Levy actually, but he doesn't get time, so it's not even his fault. I don't even blame him for that. But like, the contracts, it's like, Myers 6, you give, who else? Sutter 4, 3.
Beagle and Roussel are personally my favorites.
Roussel is definitely the favorite. Yeah. Oh yeah. No trade clause on Roussel.
The Canucks signed, 3 or 4 year deals to those guys, and it's just like, why are you signing depth players to multi-year deals? Those are the last players who deserve multi-year deals.
I know, dude. It's like, and I don't know. The Schmidt one is also like, that's 5 years of 6 too, dude. Like Schmidt's good. He's not 6 worthy. Not right now. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him for Ferland. It's not even his fault. He can't play. He literally can't play. Tyler Mott's, like that money, that $3 million, I'd rather that go to Tyler Mott. If anything, that guy puts in $10 million effort. That guy.
Yes,
very good penalty killer. That guy, and that's something that Canucks.
Yeah, he's our most valuable bottom 6 player by far.
Without a doubt. Oh yeah.
So the Canucks, they're on the outside looking in at this point.
We are, but it's fun to watch. Hogs is going to be good. Like, if we get the boys signed, like the boys, Petey and Hughes, like we're going to be a good team next year. I feel like.
I think people are also forgetting. Let's not forget about Podkolzin, because he's going to come in and who knows, he might be there, but he's going to inject a jolt into that teame, and who knows what they're going to do next year.
Hogs came in. He's given us like 12 points in like 30 games for a kid who's like.
Hoglander's been he's almost, you can almost consider him for MVP of the team. You almost could.
He's my Swedish king, of course. So I cannot say anything negative about Hoglander.
I think this boy right here is our MVP though. This man right here. This boy right here is our MVP.
That's it. Ball. Let's go.
Brock knows, not Bo. Brock knows.
Brock knows. Miller's always just a stud. I don't know why Canucks fans are even pissed about that trade for a first round in the first place. That's a steal.
I don't get
it. By a landslide.
Yeah, you play. What is it like? He has like 9 other like star players on the Lightning. Obviously, he wasn't going to be that good. And
I just have this image of that overtime goal, that one timer from like the right circle.
Yeah,
in the '94 jersey. Yeah, so good.
That's what Miller does, dude. He's just a stud. Like the guy's my favorite video is like him just screaming that F bomb like in the middle of a game earlier this season. You just hear it on the the guy was our leading scorer last year. He's gonna be fine. He's still young. He's 27.
Yep. So again, the Canucks are 3 points back behind Montreal for a playoff spot. Montreal,
I said this from the start, dude. Montreal peaked early. I knew it was gonna happen, dude. The team's not that good in my opinion. That's my thing.
Well, don't count out the fact that the Habs have 5 more games in hand over the Canucks right now.
Yeah, that's 5 games that they can lose.
That's 5 games that they can lose, and I actually like Montreal. I still like the Habs. I'm still on that bandwagon a bit. I'm not selling myself.
We talked about the Habs last week, and we spoke to their depth and their ability to just roll all 4 lines and just be consistently good and be able to score. And that's, but again, you're right. And, they've had some consistency issues and they had coaching change. So, the pressure's on in Montreal.
They're going to be nice in a few years as well. Like they're one of the Kotkaniemi's. If that guy steps it up and he becomes like a number, I don't know. I feel like his peak right now.
He's 1, Kotkaniemi's 2.
Yeah, I feel like his peak right now is a 2nd, which kind of sucks because he did take him 3rd overall. But Suzuki's definitely makes up for that.
Suzuki's nasty, dude.
Yeah, that guy is a hard worker. He's good. He's already good.
Yeah.
The Habs are good. Carey Price, by the way, don't sleep on Carey Price. He's gonna bounce back here, boys.
He had an amazing game yesterday. Brock Besser walked through the whole team, and he just robbed him at the end.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have lost that game yesterday. That
wasn't even his fault, dude. That's not even his fault. It's just the team really kind of let him down there, and God just gave him one, dude, top left shelf.
Pretty nice. So the Canucks might be something. Who knows? Who knows what they expect with the Canucks? Who's it, Rav? Do you know who they play next?
My Montreal again, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's the 8:00 game.
Oh, yes. I love it.
8 p.m. I can't wait to watch that one.
Was it you who texted me, imagine staying up till 1 a.m. to watch Brent Kulak play for your team?
I said Ben Sherratt.
Ben Sherratt.
But either or works.
Joel Edmondson also.
Joel Edmondson's a stud, dude. I don't care. I love that guy.
Good man.
He's a stud.
I was gonna say, so we should discuss the Tampa Bay Lightning, who beat my Detroit Red Wings tonight. But they also are raising their Stanley Cup banner this Saturday in front of fans because Florida doesn't give a shit about COVID.
Most places don't anymore. Detroit didn't. Detroit had fans. Who's going in a pandemic to see Detroit, dude? Come on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
What?
I'll have you know that 750 people went to go see the Red Wings, mostly because they had nothing better to do on Tuesday night.
Hey, at least I didn't pull Joakim Noah and say, like, whoever said I'm going to go to Cleveland on vacation? Huh? Whoever said that? Just pulled that one with Detroit.
Oh, wow. Okay. So...
Shade.
Do you agree? Do both of you guys agree with the Lightning's decision to raise their banner this Saturday? Or would you wait till next season when there's a full attendance, but there's already another Cup champion? What would you guys do? Rav, I'll start with you. Rav, go ahead.
I don't mind them raising the banner. I mean, they can't really have a parade kind of thing, maybe because
they did have a parade.
Well, they had the water boat thing. It wasn't like on a boat kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's Tampa Bay. Like it's all.
Yeah, it's a little bay.
So
yeah.
I think raising the banner, that's great. That's important. I think like they're doing it now. Like I thought they might do it at the beginning of this season, but obviously that didn't happen.
I got a few fans in the place. I think it's the best time for them to do it.
Better than nothing. And by the way, that parade was actually kind of dope because I like the boat parade. They should, if they can do that in some cities, they should do that more.
Yeah, I got a wild picture on my phone of a former pro Fortnite player Tfue and Andrei Vasilevsky both holding the Stanley Cup. That's one of my favorite pictures from that.
Didn't Nikita Kucherov piss himself? And he was holding the cup over his head on a jet ski, and he had a piss stain in his shorts, or am I thinking of somebody else?
I feel like I don't know if that dude's that clumsy though. I don't know. Man,
they were all that clumsy. You saw Tom Brady. That dude was absolutely lit. Pat Maroon.
That guy's a stud. I don't care. Big rig.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it here. This is a Tampa Bay Times headline in October that says Lightning's Pat Maroon didn't pee his pants, but he did have a way off with Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, it was probably Maroon. Maroon's probably the heaviest guy on this team. Oh, God, no. Damn. Cernak's big boy, 233. His name is Shen, 229.
Yeah, Pat Maroon pissed his pants. He was so drunk at the Lightning's boat. If peeing your pants is cool, consider Pat Maroon's Miles Davis. I don't know who Miles Davis is. Anyways, personally, I don't mind the Lightning raising their banner. I mean, they won a championship. Yeah. I'm just glad with hockey we didn't really have the arguments of Tampa being they're a fake champion. They didn't win it properly. I'm glad we haven't really had those arguments.
They were going to win eventually. With that team, you can't just go lose it for that long.
Oh, that core, Stamkos, Kucherov, Hedman, Vasilevsky, it was point. It was bound to.
Even without Kucherov this season, they might even back-to-back it. If they're 17-4-2, they might actually pull it off without, arguably their best player.
Stammer's leading the team in points last I checked. That dude's having a comeback season for the ages.
He isn't now. It's Hedman. He's 24 and 23, but I mean Stamkos has played two less, but he has 22. He essentially he's leading the forwards in 18 minutes of ice time of night. Dude.
I just think that team is so deep, and their scoring comes from everywhere. They're not going to have a top 10 scorer in the NHL. They're just going to have a bunch of guys in that between 25 and 50 pounds.
Yeah, right. I feel like when
Mikhail Sergachev.
Sergachev's another one, yeah.
Sergachev, Montreal, I don't know if they really giving that one up. No. Sergachev, I mean, what do you got? They got Druin? Was that the Druin trade?
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Sergachev straight up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean, right? It's just Druin, but they got to But I mean, they pulled out they got Romanov, which makes up for it, I think. But they could have both. But
could Sergachev play center? That's the question, though. For Montreal.
I mean, they have a few centers. They got, like as I was saying, they had Suzuki, Kaka, and Niemi. But
they need a center that's not under 6 feet. They need someone bigger.
Yeah, and also I think Drouin was playing center and. They kind of put him on center, and he's not really a center. He's never actually center, and he didn't do well at all. And once they put him on the wing, he started playing like what we expect him to play, like a second line.
It's like Max Domi in Columbus, where it's like, hey, Torts, he's not a fucking center. Maybe play him as a winger.
My favorite comparison is like Jonathan Drouin, low-key, just like Andrew Wiggins of the NHL. He's just like the guy, dude. Dude. My reasoning on that one is, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. It's just like he's good, but he's not what I thought he was gonna be. Good, right? Like he's gonna be in the league for a while.
I think that's a better comparable is actually Michael Dal-Cole.
No, no. The thing is, Scott, Wiggins is a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, okay.
Michael Dal-Cole is not a good hockey player. He has I think he has 5 games played this season, no points or something.
Josh Hosang?
Josh, don't even bring that guy into this, dude. Oh my god.
So anyways, again, congrats to the Lightning. Have fun at your banner raising, and good luck with COVID. Good luck with your vaccine distribution as well. I should also mention the NWHL on Monday announced that the Isabel Cup final will be held on March 26th, 27th. Congrats to the NWHL for getting their playoff finalized, for getting their championship, hopefully, their cup raise on the 27th. They're playing in Massachusetts somewhere, Boston somewhere. I can't remember what the name of the arena is, but I wanted to shout out the NWHL because I think that's a really cool story. I'll definitely be watching that. That was, what some of the best kind of promoting marketing I've seen from a league, especially a startup league, in a long time. So
what happened was it got suspended because there was like a lot of COVID cases?
A couple teams got infected because they were playing in a bubble that wasn't really a bubble in Lake Placid, and it was kind of like, okay, that it was probably how do I put this? It probably wasn't smart to not do a bubble. Like they should have done a true bubble, but they didn't, and that's why their season got suspended. And now hopefully they're going to be doing a bubble atmosphere in Boston, or at least in Mass somewhere.
Try to at least, yeah.
So congrats to the NWHL. I think my team is the Toronto Six. They're actually got some pretty sick uniforms. If you haven't seen them, go check them out.
Yeah, the red's pretty cool. It's a good color scheme.
Good color scheme. Also the Six. How could you not like that? Yeah. And then I also wanted to mention the PWHPA's game at United Center on Saturday in Chicago for their Secret Gap Dream Tour, I believe is what the official title of it is.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Obviously it's great when they. I think it was Sunday, not Saturday, but they played on Sunday, but they played at the United Center Saturday. And that's when Sunday was International Hockey Day in America, or the Hockey Day in America, whenever they do that down there. I think that was on Sunday, and they got to play on Saturday, Sunday. So, and then kudos to just playing at the United Center. Michael Jordan used to play at the United Center too. So, I mean,
And so did Brandon Bollig, but.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you forgot about other legends.
Peter Reagan, did he play?
Oh my God. Andrew Shaw still plays there.
So I was going to say, so shout out Women's Hockey. It's awesome. Congrats to all the games that you had this weekend, to the upcoming games that we get to look forward to. So really good stuff coming out of women's hockey from both the NWHL and the PWHPA. Keeping it hockey related, Rab, do you have anything like a hot take, or do you have anything else that you want to mention, some other takeaways for you?
Let me see league leader scores, and I can get something from that, and someone who just won't keep it up.
Austin Matthews.
No, that guy scored 2 today, and he realistically, if Hellebuck
was... He's got a wrist injury too, by the way. He's not 100%, and he's still scoring.
Yeah, if what's his name wasn't speaking of Edmondson, the guy leads the league in plus minus by 5. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, if Hellebuck wasn't as good as he was, Matthews and Marner could have had hat tricks, both of them.
True.
But not William Nylander, because William Nylander is a garbage player and needs to get traded immediately, according to everybody in Toronto.
He's good.
No, he's good. I don't know what Leafs fans are actually talking about with that one. I will never get that.
Yeah. Where's our resident Leafs fan, Corey?
the guy is like.
Oh, Shmuel is definitely someone I think who would hate on Nylander. I think Shmuel would
Why didn't he take a pay cut? Like the guy's a stud. Why would he ever take a pay cut? I don't know. Like there's McDavid. What will McDavid really keep up a 1.7 pace, 1.67 pace, 227 Yeah, dude.
Think about the division he's in. It's doable because there's a lot of teams that he'll put up 2 points a night without any issue.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's true.
Especially that team.
I don't know, Scotty, you got anything first? Maybe you got to go first with this one, man.
In terms of, I have some other things hockey related, but that's going to be later. We have some mailbag questions and some good, bad. There'll be some more up there. I just want to quickly, just quick sidebar. I just want to quickly shout out a few people.
Yes, go for you. Shout out some people, Scott.
We're talking about some women's hockey. I just want to shout out International Women's Day was yesterday. My mom, who's a big fan of SYP, helped us out a lot, kind of in the early days. She's a part of a book, came out on Amazon. Go check it out. Go see the last Instagram post. Really good stuff there. To me, that's a big thing. And obviously International Women's Day was yesterday. And just like Ian was talking about women's hockey, and we just want to see the game grow as much as possible. And we've talked about it on previous pods, and the better it gets and the bigger it will be. So it'll be good. Also want to shout out, there's Whistler Super Camps coming up in the Sea to Sky area. Send us a DM to ask any questions about it. It's high level hockey camps, high level sports camps. Going to be a lot of fun this summer, post pandemic. It'll be, ask us some questions about it and I'll get you in the right direction. It's going to be some unreal camps, some unbelievable coaches. I can't say their names right now, but they're people you know. So
could I make this elite hockey camp?
Of course.
Like, could I actually, like, how long do you think I would, like, take part in this before I would quit?
With your net front presence, you could make the camp. You could do it.
I could? Okay. All right. So there you go. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So go sign up for some Whistler sports camps. By the way, Neil Pionk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6th in the league in defenseman scoring. Neil Pionk.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Also, I was just looking at bottom of the plus minus, and all of our boys are down here. We got, what is that? Is that Silverberg down there at 9? You got Hughes at 5, and then obviously you got at the top there, number 2. You got Mantha himself. Number one's Darlene, but yeah, I mean Hughes has had a good year offensively, maybe not defensively. I
think a lot of it has to do who he's playing with. Like, he's just compared to his partner last year.
Yeah,
he's playing with 10 of last year, who's an elite defensive defenseman. Okay, maybe not elite, but he's a high quality defensive defenseman. Yeah. And yeah, it's tough, and it's tough as a second-year player on a team like that gives up a lot of goals.
I would say, if Hamonic plays the way he played last night for the rest of the season, I think that's fine. I mean, Hamonic had a good game. He's had a few okay games recently, so if he plays like that, that's fine. That's fine. That's all I need from him, dude. I don't expect much from Travis Hamonic, so I'll take that.
Can I just say that Brock Besser has the same amount of goals this year as Dustin Brown?
Oh yeah, Dustin Brown's going off this year. 13. I think he only has he's 6 assists. Kreider's up there too. Damn. Oh, he's had 2 hat tricks last week, but yeah, that's a good team.
I was gonna say I don't really have a big hot take right now. I can't. I know what we should discuss is Daryl Sutter in Calgary.
Oh yeah.
Because I totally forgot that we are in the year 2003 and that Daryl Sutter is still a legitimate coach.
Won 2 cups last decade. So
yeah,
he's still not. Guy has it in him, dude.
Yeah. If anyone saw the Flames practice today,
Yeah. I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, he is the coach.
Yeah.
I love that because Matthew Tkachuk and Tanev were both like, yeah, this is the best practice we've had in a long time. This is great. This is what we needed. And I didn't hear any quotes from like Goudreau or Monahan.
Especially Monahan. I think Flames fans really need Monahan to start like getting it together.
Scott,
yep.
Do you like the move? And would you have done the move if you were the Flames?
The Flames needed something to change. Whether it was a big trade, whether they traded Goudreau. We've talked about trading Goudreau for like I don't want to say years, but like months.
A long time. It feels like a long time.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. Jeff Ford wasn't doing anything for that team. They've always been mediocre. I think we talked about this last pod. Daryl Sutter's going to be either a huge, like, it's high risk, high reward. He's either going to be an unreal coach and push them deep in the playoffs, or he's a huge bust. Based on what Tkachuk and Tanev said, and the team needed a jolt. They needed some sort of, like, life injected into them, and I think Daryl Sutter's going to do it just because he brings that, like, he won't take shit from anyone. And I just felt like something in the locker room, there wasn't quite like the leadership that was needed on that team. And now there's kind of that like figure with Gio, obviously, and with Tkachuk, some of these other leaders on the team that are very good. It's going to be look out for Calgary. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I didn't say they'd make the playoffs from the get-go, but they might upset some teams.
I have a Blasty jersey, so I'm obligated.
That is a filthy jersey, by the way. That's a nice jersey.
And then it's good, and then you're gonna absolutely hate it when I put Tkachuk on the back. But I'm kind of obligated to say that the Flames will make the playoffs just because I have one of their jerseys. I don't know. It's a weird hiring because obviously he's got the history with the Flames, and he obviously made the Kings into contenders. It's a weird roster in Calgary. It's a mix of like the Tkachuk, Tanev, Giordano types, along with like the Goudreau, Monahan.
Yeah, it is
Elias Lindholm.
Bunch of those offensive guys, and you got some guys like Nesterov and like Nordstrom who just like are just there for like to play that grindy game. I mean, I feel bad for Josh Lavo too. The guy could score and he's playing like fourth line minutes.
Rasmus Anderson is probably like one of my like underrated Flames. Like,
he's been good this season.
I always hear his name every time, like when I watch a Flames game. Like
he's high up on their team scoring. I think. Let me pull that one up.
I like their first line. I like Tkachuk, Dubé, and Lindholm. I
like some of their pieces.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anderson's fifth in scoring on their team, and also Mangiapane's also underrated too. I've watched that guy play, and he cooked the Canucks one time with this filthy goal. He went through our whole team. Like the guy.
Every time you watch a game on Sportsnet, they always talk about Mangiapane for whatever reason.
I know.
He's still underrated. I don't get it.
He's an underrated player though. The guy's good. The guy's really good.
You know what I think it is with Mangiapane is remember when they were playing the Avs. And in the playoffs in the first round, I want to say 2 years ago, where Calgary was supposed to like walk all over the Avs
when they were first place in the West.
Right. Yes, and then basically like Mangiapane, Garnet Hathaway. I'm trying to think of who else it was, but like their fourth line, and I can't remember who was calling the games, but they had like the same crew for the most part. It's just like, yeah, these are the guys that are really, getting it done from Calgary. They really need their, skill players to step it up. And they were playing the Avalanche with McKinnon, Landeskog, Rantanen, and all those guys. Cale Makar.
First year Makar played, yeah.
Yes. And it's just like, yeah, the grind guys are really getting it, but outside of them. So we'll see if Sutter can get the boys going in Calgary.
I hope he gets Bennett going too. That guy's too good. Like I feel like that guy has a lot of potential in him. He's getting on the he's getting like 24, 25 now. Like he's got some in him.
Bennett for Virtanen, who says no?
Stop that. No, I think just based off of Bennett's playoff performance alone, they would never do that.
So yeah, good luck to Calgary.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes well.
Does Lucic still have more goals than Hall, Eichel combined, and Skinner?
I don't know. He might actually.
I think let me choose Taylor Hall goals because if Taylor Hall has 2 goals, then that means he does. Taylor Hall. He definitely. I don't know if he has more than McKinnon still. That was a joke for going on for a while. McKinnon.
Well, the other one that was really funny was Kevin Lankinen had more points than Laugh did with the Rangers, which was good.
McKinnon still has less goals than Lucic. Yep, and Taylor, Hall, Eichel, and Skinner have less goals than Lucic combined.
God. It just sums up your season in Buffalo right there.
Yeah, it's a rough season. Yeah,
it's lit. Should we move on to some games?
Yeah, let's do some games.
All right,
love some games.
So we are going to be playing good, bad, or insert adjective here. This is our first time doing it with Rav. So pretty much what's going to happen is that each person is going to ask the other person one question. So usually it's like Scott and I just asking like 3 questions to one another. Now I'll ask Rav a question and I'll ask Scott a question, and then we'll just continue on. Each person will get to ask the other person a question. I don't know, Scott, if you have your topics ready. Rav, I don't know if you have your topics ready.
So it's just like anything and hockey related?
Anything at all. Anything at all.
For some reason, this random question came in my head. I've been talking about both of them. I've just seen a lot about both of them recently, so I just got.
All right. Who should go first?
Rav should go first.
Rav should go first.
I don't know. Well, this one guy came back from injury yesterday. He's really good. He's a champion. Vladdy Tarasenko. He came back. I was thinking, who would you rather have as on your right wing? Would you rather, or like who's better? I guess you could say. Would you rather have Tarasenko or Rantanen?
Oh, that's tough.
That's a tough one. That's what I was thinking, because they've their career. If you look at their career, like I think what's his name's a bit younger. Rantanen.
Rantanen's a few years younger.
Yeah, but
Tarasenko was a 2010 draft. Rantanen was 2015.
Yeah, the thing is, I just feel like if you wanted a right winger right now, first line, you stick them with whoever you got, who you take.
Ian, do you have an answer?
Vladimir Tarasenko. I am putting Tarasenko on that first line. Even though he is constantly injured, I am going to go with Tarasenko. I'm going to ride the Tarasenko, the tank.
The Tarasenko tank. I'm going to go Rantanen, and just not to just argue the other side of the point.
No, you are just arguing.
Anyways, I've always been a fan of Mikko Rantanen since he played in the 2016 World Juniors. Cut to his game-tying goal, tip-in deflection against Russia. I think he's just always been super consistent, super level, and I always like his physical bite to the game. He's really efficient scorer. He's got a bit of edge to him. He's great with McKinnon. I think people don't understand that enough. McKinnon alone is very good, but the fact he's got 2 essentially all-star wingers on both sides is what makes him and that line so dominant. And Rantanen's a huge part of that.
I would just want to see Tarasenko play with an offensively minded first liner. If the guy gets 40 goals, he can get 40 goals, and he has multiple times gotten 40 goals with
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly. But it's not imagine if he played. Imagine if he played where Rantanen played right now. Imagine if he played where Besser's playing right now. I just feel like that guy, and he won a championship. This guy he's still good. The injuries have definitely piled up on him, especially the past year. But the guy's
he's an elite scorer.
I'll ask you.
I am a big fan of Rantanen, though. I'll tell you that.
Who's been on the cover of Chell?
I mean, Tarasenko has been, and Rantanen hasn't. I can't deny it. I mean, there's been.
And that's how you know you were a great player, because you got on the cover of Chell. Just ask Claude Giroux.
He was really good. I mean, he's still pretty good.
You'd ask PK Subban.
PK Subban was on the cover of Shell. PK Subban.
I have his jersey here too. It's his Preds one though, but
that's fine. That's fine.
Look at this. Big dog.
I mean, technically, Nino Niederreiter was on it in Switzerland in 2016. So
wasn't Jose Bautista the perpetual cover athlete for MLB The Show in Canada?
Oh God!
No, I think he was on the cover. He was just on the cover. Straight up. I think he was the cover athlete.
Oh, he might have been.
He might have been 1 year.
That would have been a hard sell in the States.
So the year Bergeron was on the cover, NHL 15, they had a special edition alternative covers in Sweden, and some of those players included Oh gosh, Samuel Paulson and Matthias Tedenby.
Oh,
wow.
Oh God.
There's a few years of a bit too many years of Nino Niederreiter on here.
I think that should be our next game, Scott, that we play is name cover athletes in X country in X year.
Ole Jokinen was on it in 05.
Oh no.
Ole Jokinen has played how many years in the NHL? And he has, what is that? He's played 1,231 regular season games. And guess how many playoff games the guy's played?
Like 10?
Ian, you got some?
20.
6.
Wow.
Six
series.
Yep, 08-09 with the Flames. 6 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 4 penalty minutes.
That's not a bad performance.
It's not really his fault. He's at Florida, and then like Calgary at the end of it, and then Winnipeg, and then a bunch of.
All mediocre teams.
I don't know.
Scott, I think that's gonna be our segment next week. Is naming EA Sport athletes, cover athletes in X countries, and
I like it.
Jokinen had a decent career though. Besides, like internationally at least, he's only won 1 gold, and that was the World Juniors in 1998. But he has like a lot of silver and bronzes in the Olympics and the World Championships, and a silver in the World Cup.
Yeah, the Finns were very successful in the Olympics.
Yeah,
like when the NHL left to go, they were very successful, and they were. Good.
I don't want to think Ian wants to talk about the 2014 Olympics with Finland and the U.S. About that. You know that game?
No, because here's the thing is that the Olympics actually peaked in 2010. That gold medal game was like the peak of Olympic hockey.
I still think 2014 was good though. Like at least the hockey.
No, it was not. It was
the hockey wise.
No, it was not.
Yeah, obviously.
It wasn't as good.
No, because Canada beat Latvia 1-0.
Because Kristers Gudlevskis or whatever went off.
You don't even know the name.
That is his name, I'm pretty sure. I actually do remember. Yeah, it is. It is Kristers Gudlevskis. I remember him, dude. I don't know where he is right now. Let's see his elite prospects. Where is this guy at? He's playing Bratislava in Slovakia, and he was just at Riga last year. The guy's still playing, dude.
All right. We should continue with good, bad, or insert adjective here.
Yeah. Ian, your turn.
Rav. I'll go to you, Rav. The royal family. Are the royal family good, bad, or insert adjective here?
So it's just like anything.
Any adjective you can put in for the royal family.
I liked it. I feel like it's not necessarily the royal family's fault all this stuff's happening. I don't know anything about it. But I've seen the news, right? But I feel like it's just the people who like pay attention to it way too much. Like I saw this Piers Morgan guy just run off like set today because some guy had an opposing opinion about the royal family. This guy's on like main like prime time British television. He just
Piers Morgan's a polarizing British like news figure. Like
I've seen his Twitter and I went through his Twitter and I've seen a bunch of stuff, and that's just over the past few years. Yeah, he's leaving Good Morning Britain.
He's quite the character, that's for sure.
My favorite part about the royal family, not the royal family specifically, but the reaction on Sunday night when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did their interview, and people were like, how could the royal family be so racist? It's like, have you not been following the royal family and like their history over like hundreds of years?
Yeah, that one's pretty obvious.
They're racist. No shit. Like they're German. They have a German background in their family. Like they were like world not to say that Germans are racist. I was just more referring to like their World War II like support, and they had to change their last name to Windsor before World War I.
Yeah.
The royal family, not a great history.
Yeah, I try not to care about them as much. I just try not to pay attention to those guys as much anymore.
Scott, I'll go to you then.
I've got a good, bad, and insert adjective for both of you. Ian,
okay.
I'll go Ian first. Ian, this guy I was reading. Some people are saying he's overrated. I don't think he is. Jack Flaherty, St. Louis Cardinals starting pitcher. What are your thoughts? Good, bad, insert adjective here.
I haven't watched baseball in a while, so this is all you.
He is good. I like Flaherty. The Cardinals actually have a really good rotation. They have some good pitchers on their team. Flaherty, he's 26, 27, I think he is. Like he's
pretty young, yeah.
Still pretty young, but this is probably the like peak Flaherty, and obviously like the Cardinals are a pretty good team. They got Paul Goldschmidt on their team. Yadier Molina is coming back for another year.
I know him too.
Colton Wong.
Don't know him.
Okay. So Adam Wainwright, I think, might even come back for one more year.
But that's saying something.
But
is Fowler still on the team?
Pardon?
Is Fowler still on the team?
I want to say he is, but
I think he's there. One of the
Is David Freese still on the
team? He's either retired or he's in Los Angeles.
Is Michael Wacha still on the team?
Hey, David Freese, one-time All-Star, one-time champ, one-time MVP, the World Series.
Dude, that 2011 World Series, that was like my favorite World Series ever.
Yeah, so that what got me to baseball for a good amount of time.
For a good chunk of time, for real.
Yeah.
And then
for me, it was Tim Lincecum.
Stud.
Yeah, that flow, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. To go back, I was gonna say to go back to Flaherty. I think the dude's good. I think the dude's solid.
I agree.
Solid pitcher.
People are saying he's overrated, but I think they're full of shit. Rav, actually, you need to probably answer this too. Drake came out with 3 songs, part of his new album, Scary Hours 2. What are your thoughts? Good, bad?
Good. Yeah, there's nothing to it. It's every song slapped. I've listened to this stuff. I'm like, the What's Next song got leaked and it was already on TikTok. I'm like, dude, this beat's so basic, but I know he'll kill it, and he killed it. I don't think Drake needed to flex that he had sex, but it worked.
It's implied.
No, he literally say I had sex on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, he said that. But I was gonna say, the second song, Lil Baby, like it was perfect. I like the Yeezy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lil Baby goes nuts.
Lil Baby, I don't even like it. He's just on another level right now. That guy's that guy. He raps like he has 30 seconds to live and he has 30 seconds to spit. The guy is ridiculous. He's so good. And then the Rick Ross song is just a classic song. Like they got bars on bars. That will never go wrong. I've never heard them make bad music together.
No, the rest of the album will be good too. Hopefully,
I hope. It was gonna come in January, and then Drake, like a true Drake, just he had like I think he tore his ACL or something in his leg, and he's like, can't make music anymore, even though I think it was already done. So I think Drake's just prolonging it, but hopefully it's a masterpiece now.
I think it will be. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah.
Never forget, were we in grade 12 when we were graduating when it was a Bronny who said like, dude, shut up, like your team's losing to Cleveland or something. And then Drake's like, my season starts like July, whatever, when his album came out.
Yeah.
Oh. That album was actually nasty.
Oh yeah, no, but I just thought it was funny because I think it was Bronny who was like, bro, shut up, like your team's losing. When LeBron was still on the Cavs.
Second Joakim Noah reference today. Who goes on vacation to Cleveland? He retired the other day, by the way.
Good career, good player.
Solid player. I was going to say, the All-Star game was originally supposed to be in Indianapolis this year. So I think Indianapolis is worse than Cleveland.
Next year it is
in Cleveland.
And I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to have him come up 3 times on this podcast.
All right. My thoughts on the Drake album. I thought it was a good album. It went the actual songs went Wants and Need, What's Next, and then Lemon Pepper Freestyle. That's how I thought from good to worse. I know there's Money in the Grave. I can't name a single other Rick Ross Drake song.
Well, it's just like a lot of them sound like, well, the first big song was in 2009. I don't know. It was a big song back then, but a lot of their music is just kind of, imagine Lemon Pepper Freestyle, just like that sort of vibe kind of thing. Like I think they released a song, or Rick Ross released a song on his album called Gold Roses with Drake, like right after he released Money in the Grave. But they've always just made good music together, I think.
Okay.
It's just kind of that sort of vibe where they're just like on mellow beat, just spitting.
Drake, pretty good singer. Can't argue with that. Rav, do you have one more good bad insert adjective that you'd like to do?
I kind of did, but it's kind of like speaks for yourself. I think I'm chilling with this one.
You think you're good? All right. I'm going to do one more. This one's more for Scott, but Rav, if you feel like you want to answer it, feel free. Scott Bryson DeChambeau, my king, my boy. Bryson DeChambeau, good, better. Insert Adjective Here.
Well, so he's obviously good. I'm gonna have a better adjective. He's fucking massive. He's huge. His drives, both the third and fourth round. So he won the Bay Hill Invitational, Arnold Palmer's tournament. The Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill, which, as you know, has the par 5 that wraps around the lake.
Yes.
And normally players will hit it kind of halfway, across. He hit it all the way across. He got 100 yards short of the green. The man's a beast. Hit it 370 yards. I can't even dream of doing that myself. It would be way too hard. The guy is phenomenal, and he made putts when he needed to. And shout out to Lee Westwood in that tournament. He put a good run on. Corey Connors, Canadian, put a good run on as well. He missed a few putts at the end, which kind of screwed him over, and left himself with some bad shots. But good on DeChambeau. He's top 10 in the world golf rankings right now. Great player. Fucking massive is my adjective. DeChambeau.
Rav, do you watch golf?
No, I barely even watch hockey. It's just the one I've been watching the most this year.
Yeah. So I guess same for Rav. But he's fucking huge. I'm guessing that's what Rav would say if he.
I've seen a picture of this guy, and I think he is. If it is who I'm thinking of, you guys post about him a lot, so I've seen him.
I post about him.
Ian posts about him a lot. Yeah, he is jacked. Okay, yeah, he's big. He's a big guy.
6 protein shakes a day, by the way. Last I heard, 6 protein shakes a day.
That's just not healthy.
Yeah, that's at that point. No, at that point, you're just pooing out protein. You're not even taking it in, dude. That's hardly a joke.
Should we do the mailbag?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to pull up the questions, or should I pull up the questions?
You do, because I don't actually do have access to it.
All right.
No, I have access to it, but you got it, Ian.
Let me pull up the questions here.
So, you still have media cards?
Pardon me?
Does Ralph still have media access to?
Yeah, Ralph should still have social media access to SYP.
Is it just on there?
There's a poll in our story, the question sticker. I have it pulled up if you want me to answer them, but
yeah, you need to
ask them.
I got it. Yeah. Doge to $1 with Mark Cuban backing it.
That was Tanner who sent that, by the way.
No. No. As someone who put money to Doge and made I think probably fucking $30 off it. No. I don't think so. Probably not. Mark Cuban. It can't just be Mark Cuban backing it if it's really gonna do that. Elon Musk got it to go up to 7 cents and now it's stuck at 5. And something as I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you guys won't understand it, so I'm just gonna put in basic terms. Just it's really difficult for Dogecoin to be $1. It's a meme coin. It would have to be insane to be $1. So no, I mean, I like that he's taking transactions. Hopefully cryptocurrency is taken more seriously because of that, but I don't know. No.
For the sake of argument, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it will go up to $1, Tanner.
Okay.
I got it.
I don't have a good answer for that. I'll let the boys run that one.
Oh, it's not a good answer. I'm just answering for the sake of argument that it's going to be. I'm what Rav and I like to call a devil's advocate in our political science class.
The one I did really bad at.
The one that I barely did well in.
Same.
I'll say yes. Rav, do you want to answer the next question or?
Same guy? Is the same guy?
Yeah, that's Tanner.
You have 24 hours to live. What is your last meal and in what quantity?
Can it be from? It can be from anywhere. I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah.
Right, anywhere. Okay, that's tough, man. I don't know.
Well, it didn't really specify. In what quantity? So it's it can only be one dish kind of thing, or can it be a whole meat?
I think he's just asking how much would you have of that certain thing.
I mean, man's got to eat, right? Man's got to eat.
That's funny.
I'll start, but if you guys have something else that you want to.
Rav, go. Yeah, Ian, go ahead.
Ian, go first. Yeah.
Yeah, go.
My last meal before before I die or whatever after 24 hours. My final meal would be home cooked sausages, mashed potatoes, probably a beer, and a mix of vegetables, but like sweet potatoes, some asparagus, maybe a little kale. My grandmother has made all of this, and that would be my final meal. It's just like a home cooked meal for my grandmother. Sausages, potatoes, vegetables, a beer.
Yeah.
And
you're living the dream.
Rocking with that as my final meal before I go.
I like it. Rav, let's hear it.
So I get a big bottle of Hennessy, and is it here? Oh no, I just had a Pink Whitney bottle. I was gonna throw that up too.
Oh, let's go.
It's somewhere. I think it's in the fridge downstairs, but
yeah,
I don't know, one or the other or both. You know, just I think just. Ooh, dude!
Just double fist it for your last.
Just double fist Henny and some
Pink Whitney.
Some Pink Whitney.
I mean, kind of deadly, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
That's gonna be a tough combination, like a tough duo, Hennessy and Pink Whitney. Like the sugar and like how fucking tough the Hennessy would be. That's gotta be arguably one of the worst but best duos at the same time.
That's like worse than when people. I don't even know what you call it. Like the time, you know, when people pour like all their alcohol in a bucket and just like a bunch of that.
Those people are actually psychopaths who do that.
Yeah. I remember like coming to Victoria before the pandemic, and I was playing a game where they like the loser drank the middle cup, and I was like that. And I don't know, King's Cup, and I don't know how to play this stupid game, and I just get screwed, and I'm just sitting, and that was the quickest I've gotten drunk, dude. That was ridiculous. I would say I feel like just some Indian food, man. Just because I think just some Indian food. I don't know what's like. I could go with the classic butter chicken. I might go with one of my mom's dishes. I don't know. I would definitely.
I respect that.
It would be that. Well, by the way, the Pink Whitney Hennessy. It's I'll have them both and whatever I'm feeling. Okay, but
that's a meal on its own right.
Either some Indian food or just straight up. I don't know. Maybe call me a loser, right? A veggie pizza. A large veggie pizza. Don't ask me why a veggie pizza. I used to be vegetarian, so I used to eat a lot of it. And it's just like it's just something that brings me back to when I was a kid, kind of thing.
Where do you get that veggie pizza from?
Yeah,
Little Caesars, home of the Detroit Red.
I think my favorite pizza as a kid was it was Panago, because it was like the most expensive. It was the best tasting one in my opinion in Squamish, at least for a while.
True. Yeah,
for a while. Like at least
Top Hat place is pretty good too.
Top Hat's good. I only started eating there like when I was like 17. I never really ate there after that. But I think just Panago, because that was the one.
Voice look this up.
Sorry? Oh yeah. I would say probably Panago. Just a Panago veggie pizza with the creamy garlic dip and a bottle of Hennessy and Pink Whitney.
Perfect. Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm a big Mexican food guy. Like a good some tacos would be really good. Some burritos or like even like a good enchilada dish. There's a few places I've been to that are really good. Pair it with a cold beer Stella Artois. It's my go-to.
That's boys. My boys.
Germany, but it's from Belgium. Some good Belgian beer right there. It's my favorite.
I think I got some. I got a Bayern Munich jersey here. That's German.
Let's go.
I got some German in my group.
Let's go. Fucking right.
I got nothing.
Great football club, Bayern Munich, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's the Davies one. Got Fonzie.
That's sick. That's so sick. Yeah, some good tacos. Stella Artois, probably my last meal. For sure.
Interesting. Okay.
Next question.
Scott, are you doing it now?
Yeah, Scott, you can do it.
Right.
So our last question comes from Max Cleveland. Actually, second last question. We have another like loaded question at the end. Max Cleveland asked us our picks for the Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass, which is this weekend.
Yes.
That's you guys. I'm gonna pull it up and just gonna say what I'm.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the odds too. I feel like the guy to go with is obviously Bryson. Bryson is probably the odds-on favorite to win, I guess, because golf odds.
Sawgrass, yeah.
Well, golf odds are mostly the same. Yeah, DJ's at plus 1100, DeChambeau's at plus 1600, John Ram 1600, Thomas 1600, McIlroy 1600, Morikawa at plus 1800. I have to go with Bryson because Bryson's my guy. I would also just say watch out for like Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood, I feel like
you see that every tournament.
Okay, all right, I do. I'll change it up. I do. That's true. Let me go through. There's a guy.
Better answer. Rav, do you have an answer for us?
Is my boy Vijay Singh still golfing?
Senior on championship tour.
Okay, so let me. I think hot take Sergio Garcia. Actually, no, he finishes second to Luis Oosthuizen. There you go.
He actually said Oosthuizen, not bad. Like that's actually a pretty good pronunciation of his name.
No, it's because I used to watch golf big time. I knew because he won a big tournament. I forgot which.
He won the Masters one year.
The Masters. That's why it was. That's
2010. Yeah.
That was 2013 or 12. It was like one of those old.
2010. He won.
2010. See, like that was old. Yeah. That's why. But I used to watch all sports back
11
then.
years ago now.
Damn.
I have a pick. I was gonna go with my boy Justin Thomas, but I'm actually not gonna go that way. I'm gonna say McIlroy's gonna win it. Something just in my gut tells me he's gonna come out of nowhere, and like he's been like okay, and he had a good weekend here at the Arnold Palmer, so maybe he'll rip it up at Sawgrass, and he knows he hits. People don't give him enough credit. Like he hits the ball a mile too. He's no DeChambeau, but he hits it a mile. So watch out for McIlroy.
That's actually a good pick. It's a solid pick. Instead of Tommy Fleetwood, who you should watch out for, which I say every time, I'll say Molinari.
Francesco. Yeah,
Francesco Molinari. Obviously, he was on a bit of a run there, like pre-pandemic. Wasn't him and Tiger competing at the Open 2 years ago? I think
Masters.
It was.
Masters. He was in the final for the Masters. Yeah.
Masters 2 years ago. Him and Tiger were going down.
Molinari also did win the Open a couple years. I think it was 20.
I want to say like him and Tiger were battling at the Open, but it might have been the Masters that I'm thinking of.
It was the Masters you're thinking of, yeah.
Okay. Molinari, that's my one to watch this weekend for the Tour Championship.
There you go. We do have one more question. This is loaded, and Rav, you're involved in this. Okay, so we talked about this before, but this is coming from one of the creators, SYP creator Keith Renata. He started an NBA like career mode, and instead of just doing himself, he had like a whole bunch of franchises, and he put six people that we know very well as their own players, including Keith himself, SYP creator Kevin, SYP creator Gabe, our lovely guest Ravisher, as well as Hunter Werner and Isaac Howell, two friends of the pod. Hunter was on with us a couple of weeks ago. So they had their careers. They played out their whole careers. I watched this. They started it Saturday night, and they just simmed through their whole career. It took a long time. Anyways, Keith asked me who the best player was and why. So we're all looking at our phones, checking the stats here. I'll just kind of keep going here. I'll give you guys like a rundown of what each player did. Keith Renata was a point guard / shooting guard, 81 overall. He was MVP 2034, NBA champion 2033, 2037.
Yeah, Ian, same year.
7-time All-Star. First team All-Defense for 7 years. Solid player. Next up, we have Kevin, Keith's brother. Power forward, surprising because he's only 5'9".
Wait, there's no way that Kevin's.
No, he's actually in the game. He's 6'7", but in real life he's 5'9". For anyone that knows Kevin, Kevin had one NBA championship and he went to the All-Star game 8 times, including 8 years in a row. So that's notable. So that's Kevin, and then we'll go to.
What are the rest of the overalls?
The overalls don't give us a good picture because
I think at my peak I was 89, but I think most of these guys were like we were all like similar overalls, just somehow like other guys just
Where's Ravisher here? We'll get Ravisher in here.
I won 6 man of the year, 2020.
6 man of the year. I think you won a few NBA championships too.
No, I didn't get any. I don't think.
Oh, you didn't get any? Okay.
No, I didn't get any chips.
Someone got a lot. Someone had like
6 foot 180 from India. third overall pick, but I got 3 second teams, a 6-man, 5 All-Star games, and I got number 2 retired in Washington. They let me take John Wall's number and retire it. That's my favorite thing. I come in there, I take literally their like top 3 player in their history, and I just take their number. It's just retire it.
I'm looking at this right now. Scott, I don't know if you've said all of them or if you've gone through everybody yet, but
yeah, I've gone through most of them. Isaac Howell, 6-time All-Star, first team All Defense 2 years. No NBA championships. Hunter Werner, 6th man of the year. He was an 8-time All-Star. Plays currently on the Raptors when he retired. 6th man of the year, first team All Rookie. In his rookie year, no championships as well. We'll just quickly mention who was the best player out of that group and why.
I mean,
probably, I think Hunter.
I was gonna say Kiefer Hunter.
Okay.
Well, Keith was just Walmart Chris Paul. He was just like he was 5th in assists all time, but he didn't have the points or rebounds because he wasn't top 100 in that.
Yeah.
Although Isaac Howell, I think maybe deserves.
Although Keith managed to get 75th all time in blocks, I don't know.
As a point guard, that's pretty impressive for a
5'10" Yeah, that seems fake.
For a 5'10" point guard, right? Like that's what I was thinking. What is this guy's wingspan, dude? Let me pull my Mo Bamba jersey and I'll show you some. That guy got 7'5" wingspan or some dumb stuff. But,
here's the thing. I'll say Keith.
I'll say Hunter. Hunter is definitely the best.
I would say, yeah, I have 2 answers. I think the best defensive player overall and like player in general is going to be Kevin. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of points, but his defensive effort was very good. Yeah. And man, the guy had a lot of fouls, but he was an effective player. But
7th all time. That's Isaac's 7th all time in fouls. Kevin's 9th all time in fouls.
Yeah.
The problem with Isaac is that he doesn't have a championship.
That's the thing.
And neither with Hunter. So that's why I guess I have.
Does Hunter not have a championship?
No, he didn't win any. He had 8 All-Star appearances, no championship.
See, that's why I gotta go with Keith because he got the 2 rings, and I value rings.
I'm going Kevin here. Best defensive player, one of the best defensive players of his era, without a doubt. So Kevin is my.
I think for the sole reason that I could just steal John Wall's number and just get it retired, I feel like it should be me. Although I won't give it to myself. I think I did good. I think I was underrated, man. I think I could have. I was an underrated player. I was 70th all-time in points, 60th all-time in assists, 70th all-time in steals, 69 nice in turnovers all time. A lot of turnovers, but when you're playing with the Wizards and you don't have any help for that long. Oh, yeah, Ian, 1 year. I got drafted by the Wizards 3rd overall, and I played there for 6 years. And then they wouldn't give me a contract, I guess, for what I wanted. So I went to Atlanta and got, I think, 6th Man of the Year award. And then I came back and they gave me 5-year, like $190 million contracts. I'm also a finesser, man. Like, my guy's a finesser. He just knows how to play the system. Like, I feel like I got the smarts.
Who did Keith play for?
I don't know.
The King. He was on the Kings for.
He got drafted by the Kings.
I see. That's kind of.
And he ended with the Spurs.
There was a point I think where we kind of just all near the end of their careers, they kind of just put us on teams where we could have had a chance to win. So that's why I don't know what the championship thing. It could just be kind of because trades are forced, but
yeah. Either way, looks like a lot of fun.
Keith wanted me to take part in the next simulation or whatever you guys do, so I guess I'll be a part of that, which will be great. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, Keith's calling it season 2 of NBA Sims with Keith.
Yeah, it's he says he's too busy to do SYP stuff, but he can do this NBA Sims stuff.
Hey, this is his contribution to the brand. So good.
This is not his contribution. He never know. Don't. I'm tired of you sucking his dick because he didn't mention this to me. He only talked to me about it 2 days ago, and he just wanted this discussed on the podcast tonight. And now it's just it's not really an SYP contribution. It's just kind of, hey, I did the same thing. You should talk about it. Unless it wants to put on our YouTube channel or our Twitch, it doesn't really do much for SYP.
I feel we should have maybe us four, or just like all of us, we should just have a basketball tournament 1v1 over the summer.
Dude, no, kick all your ass.
Well, maybe not. Ian and I think feel like that's decided. Ian, I kind of got I've gotten the one up on you a few times, even though we've been close sometimes because
I beat you. You don't say it's close. I beat you.
But I beat you a few times. I beat you more. That's the thing. I beat you more.
So. I don't think that's true.
Let's set it on the court. 1v1 for SYP. Like Ian always talks about, he's the champ.
I am the champ. I think we debate this in fatal, like wrestling fatal four ways, no disqualifications, and I just beat everybody with a kendo stick.
I think IRL, I could definitely, I will beat Keith. I don't know about you, Scotty. I know how good you are.
Dude, the speed. You know my endurance. I'll run your once any day.
All right, we're Ian and us four at least are running it once in the summer.
I was gonna say the other because we've talked about doing events this summer for SYP. I don't know if you seen the Top Gear. I might have sent it to T-Rab. The Top Gear car sauna, where in the summertime they do this thing where it's like a heat warning. They get in their car and they leave it on with the heater on, no AC on, windows up, engine running. And they see how hot it can get in the car and how long they can stay in the car for. So that might be an SYP Olympics event, is car sauna.
That's not environmentally friendly. I do not.
Yeah.
I don't approve. No, there are way better SYP Olympics events we can do.
No, I think that would be the most entertaining, though.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, yeah, you can't say he's not wrong. It would be entertaining. It just would be hella bad for the environment, though.
Terrible. Like, if we do like a 1v1, fine. Like, it's two people, fine. If it's like a bunch, no. Like, 2 cars max. Then I'm okay with it. Then I'm good.
I think the best. We should definitely have a 1v1 tournament. Maybe like that could be like, who knows? That could be start a Speaker Piece Olympics. That could be like the original.
Yeah, because we were meant to do that last summer, but then COVID fucked that up, and we just weren't able to get that finalized. But don't worry, we got SYP Golfing is coming. We're gonna do the SYP Open. We'll be doing some SYP streaming too. I got my PS4 back in Squish, so
let's go.
Basically after school, we'll just be gaming. Before we sign off, any other takeaways, hot takes, things you want to?
With a big hot take to end, and then with a big hot take.
Russell Wilson is not going anywhere, you fuckers.
Is he not going to the Bears?
He's not going to the Bears. Shut the fuck up. I am done with you guys. Not going anywhere.
See, Rob, this is why we don't bring Russell Wilson up, because this is the result. You get this guy swearing and get him all mad.
It sucks that like even if Russell Wilson goes to the Bears, he would still be number 2 all time to Jay Cutler. So it wouldn't matter.
No, he wouldn't. Shut up. That's not true. Shut up.
No, okay, no. It's always gonna be fuck Jay Cutler. Don't worry. What
was I gonna say? That's my hot take, that Russell Wilson isn't going anywhere, and
hot take.
Stop talking about Russell Wilson. Don't keep him out of your words.
I got a hot take. Next is this. I could probably say this a few times. My guy Kirby Doc. Next, assuming we have a full 82 game season next year, he will have 70 points on the black.
Dude, that's not even. I feel like that's a really good take. Yeah, that guy is a.
I would put money on that. Like I don't know what the over under for player totals would be yet, but I definitely feel like if
I would have him over 70 points.
I was going to say, if the over-under for Doc next season is like 60, 65, I would take the over on that.
Dude, I feel like it's because he's still like young. They might even like, if it's low, dude, I might honestly just do it. Yeah, I was also going to say that like I'm not going to say, I feel like I always kind of like Detroit, and I feel like I just shit on them too much because they're bad right now. So I don't know if I should say what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. I feel that, well, I told Ian the other day that Tarasenko is better than anyone in the history of Detroit in the past 5-6 years. But
you should also tell people about the rankings we did for the Blues the other day. Also, on top of that,
what was that again?
All-time Blues moments ranked.
Oh yeah.
And so this is also like a combined Ian and Rab hot take, where the all-time Blues moments ranked was number 1, Gloria, and when they won the Stanley Cup. Number 2 was the 3-on-0 overtime against the Canucks when Tyler Myers took out his entire team. That's number 2 on the Blues all-time moment rankings.
Yeah, that's good.
And then number 3 was being on the same ice when Steve Yzerman scored the most memorable goal in his career in Game 7 of 1996, double overtime.
Oh my God! I just can't imagine you're the Blues GM that trade deadline or wherever that trade happened, and you're just like, yeah, let's get Gretzky, and then you get Gretzky. And Steve Yzerman just does that to you, know.
A slapper from the blue line. He's like, yeah, no, you guys stink.
That is
not gonna lie. That was an elite shot, though.
That's honestly that's probably the best shot in the history of the sport. Like that's one of the most iconic shots.
Dude, no. I have a better one. Korea off the floor.
Oh, okay.
Way better.
Oh yeah, that's biased, but
no bias.
Yeah, no, I think Scott's wrong. It's probably the Yzerman goal. That's probably the most memorable goal.
Well, since you guys have your favorite, shots, I'm actually not going to say the Burrow shot's probably the third. I would say the Bieksa rolling puck one in Game 5 of the finals.
When I'm not trying to spoil anything, but when we do our project, we got a project coming along, a series coming along. Yeah. You'll be more than welcome to talk about that goal.
The Bieksa one where no one knows the puck is a Bieksa has a really good shot on it and he whiffs, but it still goes in because no one knows where the puck is.
Scott, do you have a final hot take, or we got to you yet as to?
I said Kirby Dach.
Kirby Dach. Is Rab?
I don't know. Well, I think my take is just that who's the Canucks 6th best player?
Jalen Chatfield.
No. Their 6th best player defense.
I don't know, just anyone. Dude, I feel it. Okay. I mean, okay, JT Miller is better than anyone on the Detroit Red Wings in the past 7 years.
No, that's not true.
JT Miller is better than Dylan Larkin. There you go.
No, come on, that's not true.
It's on, Tick. It's on.
It's over. Wrap it up. That's it. Let's go home. Let's go home. That's the point.
Thank you for listening to the Speak Your Piece podcast. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes. Watch the podcast on YouTube. Give our YouTube channel a like and a sub. You will get nothing in return outside of free content, so why not? Basically, we're on Twitch. SYP streams on Twitch. We're doing hoodies. Be sure to pre-order your hoodies. Website, I got a new article out. This past week, I discussed how the NBA made the All-Star Weekend a successful event. So go check that out on speakyourpiece.ca. Scott, am I missing anything? I think that's about everything. I think that covers most of it.
Nope. I like the All-Star game. Actually, quick thought. The All-Star game was really good. Good job to everyone. I thought it was going to be a shit show, but it actually was pretty good. They don't kind of but otherwise it was good.
Curry's dumb. Giannis is dumb. Lillard's dumb. They're ridiculous. Guys.
Yeah. Team LeBron was ridiculous.
I was going to say, we did a NBA podcast with our friend Fuji on Monday. Came out on Tuesday. Go check that out if you haven't. Domantas Sabonis, greatest pacer of all time.
It's Reggie Miller. Oh, I'd even put George above him, dude. George did more. George brought him to the conference finals, and
I would put Mark Jackson above Domantas Sabonis.
Wow.
He gave LeBron James work that series, and you know it.
Who was it? I think it was Raymond who said that Lance Stevenson should get some consideration.
How about Roy?
I threw out Miles Turner, but no one seemed to take that.
That's like when Armin at Christmas said T.J. Warren is underrated. No.
Dude, that was such a fluke, and anyone who watched basketball knew that was a fluke. I knew he's obviously he's a 17, 18 point guy. He's not he's never doing that again. Let's be honest.
Rab, do you have anything you want to plug or you want to promote here before we head off?
No, I feel like SYP streams we'll be getting on that soon though.
Yeah,
we're gonna do some YouTube gaming as well to help build a YouTube channel. So we're gonna be kind of plugging back and forth. We'll be on both. Most of this won't happen until at least after I'm done school on April 11th. So pretty much give it another month, 6 weeks, 2 months, and we're going to be loaded with content here. Like for the next summer, like this summer, we're going to be loaded with content.
SYP 2021 is going to be the summer Speak Your Piece. There you
go.
That's my hot take, boys.
Yeah. It's the summer of Speak Your Piece 2021. Yeah. Again, thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Greatly appreciated. Be sure to tell your friends. Tell your friends about Speak Your Piece. And we'll do this again soon. Peace out.